guys, welcome to my first YouTube video. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I know I am. The sun is shining, the birds, well, they're not chirping because they all flew south for the winter. Winter's a-coming. But nonetheless, we're gonna have a great time anyways because we're gonna be making some fun boho celestial themed DIYs. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. So the first thing we're going to be making is a moon phases tea. I just grabbed a ceramic mug I had and some heavy duty sketchbook paper and began to trace away circles. I used a ruler to help keep everything aligned. And now time lapse. So once you get all the circles drawn, take some scissors, make a slit in the paper, and start cutting them out. Another thing you could use would be an X-Acto knife. It gives you more of a clean cut. So for this next part, grab some water, some white paint, a squishy sponge, and some tape. First, you're going to want to tape down all the corners to make sure your stencil doesn't move. Once you've done that, go ahead and grab that sponge, dip it in the white paint, and start making the moon phases. I found it easiest to take the sponge and apply the paint from outwards to inwards. After that, let it dry for 15 to 20 minutes and then go ahead and take the stencil off. I also went in with a little bit of more white paint just to get those final finishing touches. And voila! You have yourself a super cute tea. For the next project, we're going to be making a boho wall hang. All you're going to need is some gold paper, a chain or some string of some sort, and a round object you could trace around. I'm using a sugar jar that I use to keep my tea in. To get started, just turn the paper over and start tracing around the circles. I used one big circle, 4 medium, and 1 small size circle. After that, just trace again and make 4 crescent moons. Once you've done that, all you have to do is cut out the pieces. Then just place them on your chain or your piece of string until you sort of get a look that you like and what you're going for. And then grab some tape and tape them on. It's that simple. Once you've done that, go ahead and hang it up and appreciate your new boho wall decor.
You show the lights that stop me, turn to stone. You shine me when I'm alone, and so I tell myself that I'll be strong.
So for this next project, we're going to be making a starry constellation scarf. You're going to need some fabric, string, pins, thread, scissors, a ruler, and a piece of chalk. So the first thing you're going to want to do is measure out how long you want your scarf to be. Mine is about 65 inches. After that, fold it in half and place pins on the folded end to help hold it in place for when you're going to cut. Once you've done that, grab your ruler and decide how long you want the width of your scarf to be, and then mark it with a piece of chalk. Keep repeating this process all the way down the scarf, and that way you have a dotted line to show exactly where you need to cut it. Go ahead and cut out your scarf. Now it's time to sew on some constellations. I went ahead and printed out some of my favorites so that way I have a guide to follow on how they look. once you've got all those beautiful constellations sewn on, you're gonna wanna finish up the scarf. To do this, turn your scarf inside out, and we're gonna sew along the open end of the scarf. Go ahead and sew everything closed with the exception of about 4 or 5 inches on the end of one side of the scarf. That way you could reach your hand in so that you could turn your scarf right side up. And then to close up your scarf, just hand sew the rest on the end. And there you guys have it. You won't have to wish on any stars because you'll have them with you all the time with this one-of-a-kind unique scarf.
Well, tell me, did you sail across the sun? Did you make it to the Milky Way to see the lights all faded and that heaven is overrated? Tell me, did you fall for a shooting star?
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If any of you do end up making these DIYs, I would love to see them. Please tag me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever you got. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be a good person, plant a tree. Bye.